Hello, welcome to Tim Anderson Horse Training. Today I'm working Delta Dawn. I started her a couple of weeks ago. She's about 2 weeks under saddle. And today is the first day I have Spurs on, and I'm working over Spurs. One of the issues that I'm having with her is she really wants to fight me with her face. And I'm still riding her off of the halter. She's carrying the bit, but I'm actually pulling on the halter, so she's not getting a lot of pull, but she wants to fight with that. So I'm going to be working her around, walking her around and talking about what I'm doing, what she's doing, and then I got a little bit of a story to tell you, kind of a history of some things. And so let's get started. So I'm going to walk her around. Basically, today is the first day I've ridden her with Spurs. So I do want to push her body around and get what body control that I can. And in the process, get her used to her face. And this is a little bit of the story that I wanted to tell you about. I have worked a lot of horses over the years, and a lot of different types of horses and breeds of horses and types of breeding. And you've all heard that horses have fight or flight. And some of them will fight and some of them will run. And what most of you have kind of associate is that stallions will fight, but mares and geldings generally will flee. But when you're working with cow-bred horses, that is not the case, and actually a little bit the opposite. Young stud colts that are cow-bred generally are a little bit wimpy, and they have a little bit more flee. But these young cow-bred fillies, they have a lot of fight, and that's what I'm dealing with her, which is okay. I want that, because sure wish I was doing all this facing the camera, but she wants to fight going this way, because that fight will eventually be turned into something productive working cows. They want this horse to be a cow horse, and we're eventually going to get her there, and I can tell that she has what she needs to get there. And what she's wanting to do is fight with my Spurs. This is the first day that I've had Spurs on her, and what you would expect with many horses, many types of breed horses, you bump them with Spurs and they just scoot on forward. When you're dealing with cow-bred horses, it is totally different, totally opposite. And it's not always. Some of them will give in pretty good, but this horse has a little bit of fight in her. She wants to fight me with her face. She wants to fight me about the Spurs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a situation where she can fight, but she can't win. And then I just squeeze her pretty hard with both Spurs. It's funny, when I am posting videos and I read the comments on the videos, I can just about always tell what type of horses the commenter has experience with. I go look at the profile, and not always, but most of the time I'm spot on, because their comment is relative to the type of horse that they're used to working. And not many people really have experience working with these real heavy bred cow horses like this, the ones that really have fight in them. And I have several horses that I cannot pasture with my cows, because they will literally try to kill the cows. Come on, let's get some movement. I can slap her with the reins to make her move, but that's not what I want. I want her to move off of the spur, which is what she's fighting about. She wants to fight about it, but now she's biting at me over here. She wants to fight about it. There we go. She wants to fight about it, but she has to learn that if she just does what I ask, there we go, good girl, there will be no fight. So that's a good chance right here to work on getting her to yield her hips around. Have not done it, have not thought about it. I really don't even normally start that this young. But since she's wanting to fight with my Spurs, I want to go ahead and teach her a response that she can give me that will take the spur pressure off so that she don't have to fight. So I'm going to just take my spur and just push back here in the flank where I would push for a hip movement, there, and release the spur. That's the first time I've ever asked her for that. That was really nice. She needs to learn she don't have to fight with what I'm asking her to do. Just give me the response that I'm asking for and that pressure will stop. See if we'll do it again. Good girl. Now let's ask for the other side. She's looking. She just bit at my toe. And we get a movement and I release. Good girl. Not exactly what I wanted to work on today with her, but it's what she's giving me to work on. Sometimes you have to adjust your plan in the middle, and that's what we're going to be doing with her, it looks like. Pushing my right spur in the hip again, and I get movement. So you're going to give me some forward now. See if I squeeze with both spurs in the middle. Come on. I know she knows how to go, there we go. I know she knows how to go forward. We've worked on that. There we go, good girl. Instead of going forward, she wants to complain. She wants to fight about it. So that's actually a very common response for young fillies. And I know I'm gonna get comments about I need to go back and I need to do this groundwork and that groundwork, and she don't understand. Oh, she understands exactly what she's doing. Anybody that's worked this type of breeding horse knows what I'm talking about. There we go. I did a video a while back on a 2-year-old with a temper tantrum. Got a lot of, whoop, now she's wanting to buck. She wants to complain about what I'm doing. Got a lot of comments about horses don't just wake up and throw a temper tantrum. Well, people who made that kind of comment don't know this type of horse. Anybody that's worked these young cow horses knows that they are a different type of mind that you're working with than any other breeding of horse. And that's what I'm working with here. I'm going to take all this that she's given me, this negative attitude, and I'll be focusing that towards the cow. I've done one video of a working cow and she did really good. She was actually wanting to pick up her pace and be aggressive to the cow. So at the same time that I'm teaching her that she can be aggressive to the cow, I have to teach her that she has to behave here and bring that discipline along. It's a matter of teaching that self-discipline. You can't teach one without the other. If I tell her that she cannot, that aggression, let me back up a little bit. That aggression has been bred into these cow horses for many generations. And if you tell them that they cannot put that aggression out towards anything, you're going to end up with problems. And that's a big part of why I had that problem with that other 2-year-old. You have to give them a point where they can put that aggression towards something. And by aggression, I don't mean like attack something. Just need to make a cow move, make a chicken move. It really don't matter. Make something move, and that's enough. You can see the spark in their eye and how much they like doing it. So while I'm working with her, making that cow move, giving her a place where she can put that aggression out, she has to learn discipline here. Now I'm getting pretty decent walk. This is basically the kind of walk that I had when we were riding earlier before I put the spurs on. So what I have accomplished here by teaching her to move her hips around, she has learned that instead of just fighting about the Spurs, do what I ask, do what the Spurs are asking her to do, then that pressure will go away. We'll walk around just a little bit more, and I'll probably go ahead and quit on her for the day. We worked through all that. I'm probably gonna cut out some of that fight she was doing, just because we were standing with the back to the camera, but we'll see. But now that she's got a place to go, she's not fighting with the Spurs. Next time I ride, I'll start pushing the shoulders laterally, just like I pushed the hips laterally this time. One step at a time. Nice. I got a nice free walk now. Really like what I'm getting here. Turning her head back and forth. She's not fighting with her head as much. Like what I'm getting. As I said, I'm still riding on the halter, and she's not fighting about it. Whoa. Good girl. So that's it for today's workout with Delta Dawn. Wasn't exactly what I intended on working on today, but I had to adjust and work on what she gave me at the time. And I'm pleased with the progress that we made. Sometimes with any horse, young or old, you have to kind of adjust your plan and work on what they give you to work on. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.